Hey there, did you know that AI can help you identify recruiting strategies as well as create a recruiting plan? And that way you could be more successful getting the right candidates in through your door to help grow your company. And that's going to make you look like a great HR professional. Now, how does AI do that? Well, in this video, we're going to dive just into how you can use AI in simple ways to help you with all your recruiting needs. Now, let's go ahead and check it out. So here we are using this tool called ChatGPT. This is the popular AI tool that people are using to assist them today. And this tool is going to do wonders for us. You can find it just by going to Google, typing in ChatGPT, and it'll pull it up. If you want to always have access to this tool, you can upgrade to Plus right here. You'll see it on the left-hand side. It's about $20 a month, and that way you have continual access. And reason for that is that sometimes too many people are using this tool and you won't always have access. So if you do want to use it all the time, then feel free to upgrade. But in this case, we'll be using the free version of it. And I like the free version. It doesn't seem to go down that often for me. So I don't mind not paying the fee. Now here, what we're going to do is we're going to plug in a prompt and ChatGPT will give us a response back. And the more specific we are with our prompt, the more specific response we'll get. First, we want to do is identify some recruiting strategies. So let's say create a list of recruiting strategies to hire developers in San Diego. And often it takes about 5 to 15 seconds for ChatGPT to respond. In this case, it responded immediately. So we're going to get some cool strategies right off the bat. And if we're looking to create a recruiting strategy proposal to hand off to our manager or someone to approve it, to hire talent within a specific area, this is going to help us do just that. And it's going to help us start at a higher level. And then we can also use ChatGPT to boil down to the more specifics within the recruiting strategies that it offers here. So it mentions things like attending local meetups and events, using job boards, leveraging social media, employee referral programs, partnering with local universities. So there's a lot here in terms of ideas that it's providing us. With that said, many of these ideas are at more of a top level, and we want to drill down into some of these ideas a bit more. And that way we can have a proposal eventually, so a recruiting proposal that's very specific. So we're going to find a couple that we like here. So we have things like attend local meetups and events, create a strong employer brand, provide competitive compensation. We can say, what is competitive compensation for Python developers in San Diego? So this is going to give us some information. This may not be exact, and we do want to double check it with other resources from, let's say, salary.com or Indeed, and just making sure that we're using other resources to verify what AI is putting out there. But this is going to give us a head start in terms of information that we could add to our proposal. But again, always important to verify when it comes to AI producing content for us. Now, taking a look here, you can see that actually gives a range here. It says, for example, entry-level Python developers may make around 80K to 100K, while senior developers make around 150 to 200. So it's really interesting that it's able to pull in this data here. With that said, we just need to make sure that data is correct. Now, let's go ahead and dive a bit deeper. And let's say Python developers are the position that we're hiring for. Let's ask ChatGPT where we can find Python developers in San Diego. So where can we find Python developers to hire in San Diego? Now, this may give us something useful, also may not give us something useful, and this will teach us the limits of how ChatGPT can help us when developing a recruiting proposal and also giving us good recruiting ideas. So as you can see, it's repeating a lot of what we knew up at the top, but it's also being a little bit more specific. It's saying attend local meetups and events like San Diego Python Meetup and San Diego Code School. So that's interesting to see. And it also says things like tech conferences, that we should attend the PyCon tech conference, the DjangoCon, which are popular events for Python developers. It's important to make sure that this information is correct, so you want to verify it. And also when it comes under local universities, it says here are the local universities to partner with. So a bit more specific, which can help us develop a proposal for a recruiting strategy that we can get approved. So let's say we're looking to hire for a Python developer position in San Diego, and we want to do it for a specific company. Well, we can actually plug in the URL to the company right into ChatGPT, and it'll analyze the company to give us a more personalized job description. And we can also take documentation from our team, so maybe it's development team, whatever it may be, and plug it into ChatGPT with a URL and ask ChatGPT to create a job description for a Python developer based on documentation, and then plug in that link. In this case, let's just do it in a simple way and ask it to personalize it based on the company Google, which will pretend like we're an HR professional at Google hiring for that Python developer position. So say create a job description for a Python developer position at Google based in San Diego. Now, there's not a lot of specifics here, so we're not going to get something very specific, but at least it can give us something to start with. And sometimes all you need is something to start with to get other people to buy in, to get engineers to help you from the team and say, hey, I laid some of the groundwork. Can you help fill in some of these blanks here to ensure we can get this job description that meets the standards that you want in terms of the Python developer who you want to add to your team? So under requirements, it's pretty specific and relates to Google pretty well by saying familiarity with databases and SQL, particularly with Google Cloud products such as BigQuery. So that is important. You want to be familiar with Google products if you're going to apply to Google. And it is really interesting how much it's able to personalize this job description. It looks like a very well put together job description, to say the least. And now we can go personalize this more by saying senior Python developer, entry-level Python developer. And now we have the job description and we have some recruiting strategies. One of the things that we could do now is dive into the recruiting strategies a bit more. And let's say the ones that we really like are partnering with universities because we're looking to hire some entry-level Python developers. So we can say, write an email to a university to partner with them, or let's be specific about the university, to UCSD, so the University of California, San Diego, asking to partner with them to hire new graduates into entry-level Python developer positions at Google. So in order to do any partnership, we're going to have to communicate with our partners, and ChatGPT is going to help us do just that. And this may not be the perfect email, but the email does have a lot of things in it that we can use as a foundation for this partnership. And as you can see, it's talking about job postings, career fairs, and events, and other areas where we could partner. And I didn't even ask it to do that. It's already doing what my intention was without me even asking. AI is really helping me get the communication touch points down and also understanding what my intentions are without me even having to explain to AI what they are. Pretty incredible. So here we now have some recruiting strategies. We now have some email templates you can use, a job description, and much more, all to get started within the process of hiring Python developers within San Diego for Google. Now, is there anything else that we could do? Well, one of the things we want to know is what are the competitive benefits in San Diego for Python developers? Because that's going to be important to add to job description, explain to new entry-level Python developers, and much more. Also, what if we just need a refresh on what Google's employee benefits are? Well, we can ask ChatGPT that as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and ask AI for the competitive benefits in San Diego for Python developers, and we'll see what we get. And now we have some employee benefits that we can also add to the job description as well, and to any job posting that we put up, and making sure that we also verify that we can offer these as well, but it'll give us a head start and also give us an idea of how do we be competitive in this market when it comes to hiring Python developers. Now, the very last thing here is we want to go ahead and put together a proposal on the information that we have generated so far. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask ChatGPT to create a proposal. Please create recruiting proposal for Python developers in San Diego. Create a recruiting proposal to recruit, let's say, 7 Python developers in San Diego in the next 3 months. Please include key stakeholders, an example budget, mentioned recruiting strategies, job description, employee benefits, key performance indicators. So let's see what ChatGPT responds with. So here you can sort of plug and play. Like human resources, you can put in the relevant people with human resources, same with the hiring managers and same with the marketing team. And we also have the budget. So the budget that they put as an example is $150,000 to cover the recruitment expenses. And then it's going to list recruiting strategies that were mentioned as well. Doesn't look like it listed all of them, but it seems like it's done some work in terms of listing them. But as you can see, the AI is not perfect, and sometimes it's because of the prompt that we're asking. So we could have been more specific with the prompt in terms of referring back to the information that we had generated and say, hey, make sure to mention this and that. But we were a bit general, so it's giving us a little bit more of a general response, and that's okay. And now we have the key performance indicators that's adding, including time to hire, the quality of hire, the retention rate, and we also have the conclusion. So we have a number of pieces of a recruiting proposal that we've put together here, all through using AI. And we also have some ideas of recruiting strategies, job descriptions, as well as what it takes to be competitive in the San Diego market. And there we have it. If you feel like you have a better understanding of how to use AI for your recruiting strategies and to ensure that you can put a recruiting plan in place, make sure to go ahead and like this video and subscribe to our channel at HR University. And that way you don't miss any of our future lessons on how to use AI to help you as an HR professional, and more tips and tricks on just how to become a better HR professional. With that said, I'll go ahead and see you in some of our other lessons and videos, and we'll rock and roll from here. Cheers.